it's Anthony from the Insurance Dictionary, and today we're going to go over some SEO tips for insurance agents. So everyone's always looking for the best tips on how to gain more leads or where to go to advertise and to get more customers for their agency. And the best answer is often the simplest one, and that is to get in the conversation. What you need to do is show up when people are actually actively looking for the services that you have. And the number one way to do that is to focus on your SEO or your search engine optimization. So here's a list of tips that I put together that are going to best help you do that. Alright guys, got my list here. Tip number one is to have a professionally built website. This means probably not a self-built one that you did yourself. Wix, Weebly, those point and click builders often are not a good match for SEO because they just aren't going to have all the capabilities that you need. Tip number two, and I'm sure you guys have all heard this before, but content is king. Everyone's heard it, everyone knows it. You got to have good, high quality written content, graphic content, video, and even audio. So a great thing you can do is invest some time into writing your content, spend some time shooting videos like this one for YouTube or for other platforms. Even consider doing some podcasts. Those can help a lot too. Tip number three, keyword analysis and make sure to focus local. So a big thing is what you got to do is learn about keywords and phrases in your area that are showing results for where you want to be. So if it's auto insurance, the niche that you're going after, then you want to make sure you look up the top auto insurance phrases and then make sure to focus local by throwing in your city or your state name in there as well. Tip number four is build a sharing network. Now, this one might sound more complicated than it is, but it's not. What you want to do is build a network of friends, family, colleagues, or other people that are actually going to go out and share your content. So when you post something new to your website or on social, especially on social, you want to make sure that your friends and your family and everyone you know is actually sharing that. That's going to help build some momentum and help make your posts, your videos, your audio, any type of content that you're using actually gain some traction and get out there to the masses. Tip number five is maps. Maps. Maps can be hugely powerful for you. So what you're going to want to do is if you don't already have your own address, which that'll help greatly, you just use your Google My Business page or Yahoo and Bing map section. But if you don't already have your own address, what you can do is find a virtual address. There's tons of co-working places and virtual mailing addresses in every major city. So once you get yourself an address, you can get listed in all the different map sections. Tip number six is a little bit more complicated. So if you're not doing your own website, you might want to get with your web person on this, but your actual page titles. The titles of every page matter. So you want to make sure that you're heavy keyword focused. And you don't want to use the same keywords over and over again. Everyone should know that by now. But you want to make sure that your page is titled appropriately to what you're actually going to be showing your users on that page. So if it's about home insurance, you want that page to be called something that has home insurance right there in the name. Tip number seven, headers in the content. So when you're actually making your content for your website, your blog, you want to make sure that the headers are keyword focused as well. So they need to make sense. So obviously you don't want to just stuff them full of keywords that don't make sense, but you want to make sure that they are very simple and explain exactly what that next piece of content is going to be about. So if you're writing a blog about renter's insurance, for instance, and you have a section that's things that most people don't know about renter's insurance. Right there, that can be your title or your header content. Tip number 8, your meta descriptions. Your meta description is where your search engine can actually find out what that page is going to be about. So you don't want to neglect this. You want to make sure that you go in and you make sure that all your meta descriptions for every page give an accurate depiction on what that page is going to be about. This saves so much time and helps quite a bit when people are actually looking to find your website. Tip number 9, your schema and your markups. So your metadata by itself isn't going to be enough. You want to make sure that you have the proper schema in there, and you go after things like the Google panels, and you can actually show up where your article or your video is going to pop up right in a panel in Google. And it works similar in Yahoo and Bing as well. Okay, the last tip for you guys, linking and backlinking. This is the greatest tip that we have, and you want to make sure that every week you go out and you're linking to other people in your industry, other awesome pieces of content, and reach out to people and ask them to do the same. The more links you build up, the more relevant Google, Yahoo, Bing are going to consider your website. So what that's going to do is, as you're gaining more and more links, Google, Yahoo, Bing will actually push your website higher up in those rankings, and you're going to get more people that way. Alright guys, that's the 10 tips I have for you today. Take a look at this. Make sure to remember to like and subscribe and check out our other content. And I'll catch you guys soon.